Swadika, welcome to Thailand today on NBT World. Minister attached to the Prime Minister's office, Gopsak Phutagoon, said he has discussed the related agencies including Budget Bureau and the National Science and Technology Development Agency, NASDA, to promote the use of the researchers and innovation. He said there are currently many research works that really benefit the general public, such as Crab Bank, Haze Feast, Thailand, and the Fruit-Free Thailand projects. Gopsak said Thailand has applied this concept and made it fit with the innovation economy system. At present, several universities and research institutes have started to conduct in-depth researches, and they can grant the licenses to manufacturing and service sectors most easily. The minister added that Thailand's researchers and innovations will be a mechanism to encourage knowledge transfers from universities to private organizations, establish startups, and companies which use technology and innovations to drive the country's economy, create jobs, generate income to researchers, entrepreneurs, and companies. Yarsagumba or Cordyceps fungus is only found in the Himalayan mountains above 3,000 meters. Every spring, people come from miles around the world search for precious crop, which sells for more than $100 a gram across Asia and the US. Yarsa is a kind of yellow caterpillar fungus combination. Before the rainy season, the fungus infects caterpillar larvae living in a grassy soil, where it finally attracts the head. The larva dies, and the stalks of the fungus then propagate in the head, growing 2 to 3 inches long and becoming brown. Yarsagumba contains a number of active ingredients, including cordycepin and cordycopic acid. Researchers from Stanford University also found increased androgen and other sex hormone prosecutors in the urine samples of those regularly taking Yarsa. Another study found 64% of Yarsa users experience a subjective boost in the libido. As the price of Yarsagumba continues to increase, and so does the amount of people who come from outside to harvest the fungus, the fragile alpine environment where the fungus is found is incapable of enduring the impact of these outsiders. Local villagers said now prices have skyrocketed, but the supply has gone down. One villager said in 5 years there will be none left at all. Public Sector Development Commission's Secretary Thosapon Sirisampan revealed that the Cabinet has approved the establishment of the Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Innovation, which will be officially opened in February 2019 to support the Thailand 4.0 development goal and the 20-year national strategy. Thosapon said the new ministry will help steer the development of the country towards Thailand 4.0 goals, which require implementation of innovations in key industries, complying with a 20-year national strategy focusing on the creation of the good quality human resources according to the demands. Mr. Thosapon added that the new ministry also aims to help aid the creation of new researchers and knowledge in new industries, such as the robotic, aviation, and aerospace industries. Education Institute's Research Institute currently under the supervision of the Ministry of Science and Technology, some state enterprises and public organizations to be supervised by the new ministry for better efficiency. Cordyceps or Yarsagumba, which is well known in Thailand as Tang Shao, is a famous Chinese medicine with diversity of various types. The most famous type, that is found primarily on the Himalaya and Tibet, is also rare, that it sells for more than $100 a gram across Asia and the US. Today we will talk about a new research area focused on the use of Cordyceps militaris cultivation in Thailand. We'll be right back and after a short break.
The grandeur I see is beyond words.
I'm so lucky to have the opportunity to experience this.
These charming moments and impressions are what I can never forget.
And we would like you to know that Thailand has much more to offer than what you already know.
Good foods. Good life. The land of smiles. This is Thailand. My home, your home. Our home, our country, stronger together.
Welcome back to Thailand Today here on NBT World. Today we have Dr. Pattamawan Chimma. She will tell us about her new research area focused on the use of Cordyceps militaris or CM, which will equal to those from the most expensive mushroom as a potential source of biological active ingredients for herbal drug to promote health of senior citizen and treat age-related disease. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
Well, welcome to Thailand Today program.
Well, thank you for having me today.
Wow, this is so exciting actually because we are talking today about Cordyceps militaris cultivation in Thailand.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Well, so when we talk about Cordyceps, we need to know
Yeah.
how many types of it.
In fact, the Cordyceps is a big group of fungus. Of fungus that has more than 400 species. But the most famous and valuable in medicine are two species. There is one is called you can see that one. It's called Cordyceps sinensis. Nowadays, the name has changed to Cordyceps sinensis or Tang Shao Tibet in Thai. And you will see that there has two parts. One is the fruiting body, which is have the dark brown and has the bread shape, and the other part is the caterpillar, which is caterpillar of the moth, the ghost moth. And this kind of Cordyceps is only in the wild, so you can obtain this Cordyceps only in wild collections. Not until now, it's not possible to cultivate Cordyceps sinensis.
They must have found it accidentally.
In fact, it's right. It's accidentally found, and back in the ancient Chinese time, it was first found by the farmers who bring his group of goats to the high area in the mountain, and then he's observed that his goats has a very strong and energetic and has how to say very very active in every direction, including how to say that it's more frequent for the goats to be fertilized, something like that. That's why it's earned the fame at the ancient time as the Yarsagumba of Tibet.
I see.
Yes, and nowadays it's the most expensive and valuable of the Cordyceps.
So this is actually a worm.
Yes, it's actually the worm.
This is a already died
This
worm.
already died worm.
And it grows automatically grows on the head of that.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay, now this is one part.
Yeah.
We cannot talk about 400 types of things.
Yeah.
So we talk about golden one,
Yeah, for
which
the,
is
yeah.
cultivated in Thailand.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
why can't we make like this?
In fact, that one is also found in natural. This one, the orsinensis grow in the ghost moth larvae, but that one is grow on the berry larvae. And this can be found in the lower land, not very high, as in the Cordyceps sinensis habitat. And this one has been modified hundreds of years ago to cultivate. So nowadays it is more valuable than gold. Some people say this because that's Cordyceps, this is called Cordyceps militaris or Tang Shao in Thai. And nowadays the data from the scientific research and also for the medicine research show that they have some active ingredient equally as we found in the wild old sciences.
You're as the one who researched on this matter.
Yes,
So
exactly.
how do you know that it grows here with what kind of food to be used with it?
In fact, at the very beginning, we have no idea about how to cultivate them at all. But at the time that we start to do the research on sea militaris cultivation, I do a lot of literature reviews and research, and I also compare the component which is has been identified inside the worm itself. And then we identify the components of the Thai rice and also Thai grains for many types of rice and grains that we have been used. And then we make a try and error for the thousands condition of cultivation. And then we finally successful to get it has the fruiting body without using any worm. So it's absolutely vegan, and it's also no growth hormone or any additive that used in the agricultural in general in this bottle of Cordyceps militaris at all.
You must be very excited.
Yeah, exactly.
All of a sudden something grow up.
Yeah, exactly.
That day, the moment that you
at
found
that
it,
moment,
wake
it's
up in
like
the morning.
I won the lottery.
Oh, really? Really?
Because it's very difficult to get it without using any additive thing, chemical stuff. So we can say that it's safe to eat from the base to the fruiting body on the top.
So, what is eaten? These are the things, right?
Yeah,
They are the fruit.
Yeah, the fruit.
Will you tell to the audience that what are they?
Ah.
Green peas.
Yes, in this is the when we do about the innovation research, we not use only this kind of thing, but we make a recipe with many ratio of that.
Okay.
But the major part of this Cordyceps cultivations is rice. At first, we try with the brown rice, and then we move to I will call the color rice. For example, the sangyot Pattamawan or the red homily or the riceberry or hormin. But in the different component, I mean the ratio to use. So in fact, we have in this. We have rice, we have bean. Rice is the major source of carbon, and to support the protein for the fungus, we use the plant protein. The best one is the bean, but we use all combination of this
different kind of
bean.
beans.
Yeah.
Black beans,
Black
yellow beans,
yellow bean, green
green
bean.
beans, red beans.
Yes, and with this combination, it help the fungus to have all component that they need, and to get it long, because at first when we have it sprout out, it's very short. So then we have to add more, for example, some green bean a little bit, and add more some red bean, another kind of red bean to make it grow longer and longer.
How long did you take
Uh,
to say bravo? I won the lottery.
I think it's quite quick for us because as a scientist, we are stay in the lab. But for me, I go out and meet the farmer and talk to them, and then learn from them. So in fact, we takes only 6 months. But for us, it's hard because we cultivate and we prepare the recipe every day. It's like cooking, eating in the lab, something like that.
I can imagine that.
And then we successful to get the patent. So we are the first in the world who have the patent in the
really?
vegan Cordyceps within 1 year.
I see. So in the future to come, this is the earning of the revenue of the
Yes.
country.
Yes, exactly.
It may be equally to Thai tourism.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
welcome people with such a increasing revenue because it's so rare to do
Yeah.
it, and it grows so slowly, right?
Yeah, it's so slowly. Another advantage of our innovation is that normally Cordyceps militaris it will take something like 3 months to grow, but we can grow and harvest it in 1.5 months. So it shortened the process. So it means that you pay less for labor, you
Yeah.
pay less for the electricity because this Cordyceps is come from China in the main highland. So
Yeah.
it needs a low temperature to cultivate them.
Oh, it's a refrigerator like that.
It's like in the cooler, not as the refrigerator. Yeah, it's something like 16 to 18 degrees Celsius to incubate the fungus, to cover the medium, and then to let it sprout. We increase a little bit temperature, and then
This is
we have so many tricks to make it grow and beautiful like this. Yeah.
Beautiful. So, what are the major advantages of? We talk about these sangs already.
Yeah.
Sangyut paturung. So, any other kind it cannot be done. It has to be this. Right?
Yeah, it's not only the Sangyot Patadong. The others, I will say that the others color rice can be used. The advantage of use Thai rice, I mean, with the color, several color, is that it contain a lot of the proteins and also the vitamin, especially vitamin B, the cereal of vitamin B, which is help the cordyceps to grow quicker and faster within a good shape. Because in some experiment we found that it grow, but it cannot stand. It's just like snake.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it has to be standing up. Like
Yeah, it
this?
has been standing
Oh,
up to the.
okay.
It's
But how long it could be? Longer or just this much? How much you can use?
in fact,
this is
for
ready to
our
use?
yeah, it's ready to use. But in fact, for our research, we study at every stage of its growth. So each stage can be used with different
Different.
purpose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, exactly.
So this is so useful because it, as you said, every stage. So what is the potential health benefits of the
I will say that for the Cordyceps militaris, there are not much work that's being done in human. Mostly work is done in animals models and in the tube. You know that we have the plate and put something and study for anti-cancer. But in the ancient time, it has been used to prevent disease and also cure many various kinds of diseases, in especially in traditional Chinese medicines and Ayurveda India. But in our hand at Silat Hospital, we have strong evidence in about the immunity study. Yes, for me, because I'm immunologist, when I first start with this kind of research, indeed I'm not familiar with the mushroom. I'm just looking for the herbs or microbial agent that can give me anti-malaria drugs. And when I met Saint Militaris, I was inspired by their hundreds of active ingredients that has been characterized so far, and some of them is still, unknown. And in my background of research, I'm keen on information and also the pathogenesis of the disease. That's according to the information's imbalance. So we found that by extract this, make it dry, right? This because
So from here to there,
to there.
right?
Yeah, you can eat. It's
But-
fresh,
but it's so tiny.
Yeah.
So tiny. You have to smash. You have to
In
divide it
fact,
into.
the good quality of similitude is hard to tear
Oh, really?
apart. But if you
Okay.
find some similitudes that you just touch and it's broken and it is fragile like
It's
that,
not
it's
good.
not a good one.
Not good one,
And it's
okay.
not thing left to eat. To give you a benefit in the
Just a remain
ultimate-
of
yeah,
that.
just the remain is not thing. So for us, we make it dry like this, and then we extract them by hot water, as is precious
really?
present in the ancient time. So that why we serve as a tea. But when we extract them with the hot waters, we use them to test in the plate and in the well. We found that in the cell culture, this the active active ingredient which is inside the tea will help to inhibit the pro-inflammatory response. The pro-inflammatory response is good if it has just a little bit, but if it's a lot or high level of this pro-inflammatory side effect, you get sick. Yeah, because in our body, if they have a balance between the inflammation situation, you will be not sick. And the advantage of this mushroom is that they enhance the cell-mediated immunity. What it means? It means this: if you eat sufficient amount of this mushroom, you will not get sick easily. Yeah.
You will not get easy after taking this, or because you consume too much, you get sick.
Consume too much? That's a good question. If you consume too much, it will not recommend because, as I told that this has hundreds of active ingredients. So it has a dose that already written since in the ancient time, both in Chinese medicine book or Ayurveda India. Yeah, but for us, since we cultivate them in our own, and it's the first vegan cordyceps. So we work hard to find what is the right dose to consume, and we also characterize as much as possible that what have inside this cordyceps.
So can we take actual like this, or do we have to have it already done like that?
Yeah, in fact, you can take like that, and it even have more protein, peptide, vitamin, or have. In fact, it have more antioxidant activity, but the smell, it smell mushroom. Even we improve a little bit smell, but it's still very, very strong smell. And the taste is not, how to say, I love to eat mushroom, but I don't like to eat it fresh.
Really?
Yeah.
So much different, right?
Yeah,
we
much
have to try
different.
later for that and see.
But when you make it dry, it's not just dry that. We have the consequence of temperature, as like the master in the Chinese, the Chinese master who making tea. Have you heard about that? It's the same kind of tea from the same area, but done with different professor. It's get the different course of the tea. This is the secret. In fact, nowadays scientific process reveal that because the consequence of the temperature will be extracted different component of the active ingredient.
Very astonishing, really. And we're going to try that later on with the tea then.
Yeah,
so,
why not?
Yeah. So we are coming back to the end of the first part of our interview. So next will be discussion more on Cordyceps militaris, to call that militaris as an actual acting supplementary food.
This is the community of political stability. The community of economic stability. And the community with people as its center. Join us at ASEAN Connect to learn about the community of opportunities as all member countries become one here at NBT World.
Welcome back to our program. Now it's time to focus on the development of Cordyceps militaris. So, well, this is supposed to be a very rare and expensive things. So, any plan to develop it into the supplementary for the food supplementary already? Or?
Yes, we already think about that. In fact, we already transferred the technologies to the private company, and then and we work together with them to help them, because you know that to up levels from the lab scale to the pilot scale for the big plant, it's not easy. It's quite take time, and this will need some because
factory,
some factory, and we have to decide. This is since it is not our local herb,
That's right.
so it needs the spatial condition to grow. So that's why we transfer the technology not not only for the recipe, but also how to maintain the good strain of Cordyceps. And also we transfer the technology to them for that how they to give the Cordyceps grow in the perfect condition. I said that perfect conditions because it means that it needs a low temperatures at different stage of growth. It needs different kind of temperatures, and then it needs the sufficiency of light. You know that saying in
What
the
of rice?
the light,
The light,
the
the
light,
lighting,
yeah,
okay.
the writing. Oh, sorry, the writing, because the history of these kinds of fungus is grown on highland, so it expose a lot of UV light. Yeah, for the lighting, it's very important. If there is not sufficient, it will not grow and not will be beautiful like this. And after fragrance is that about that we have to give them moistures. I mean, it need to be grown in a very high humid. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
In fact, nowadays is very, I mean, challenge for us because in Thailand, nowadays it's allowed to use Cordyceps only as a tea, not as a supplement food
Okay.
or novel food or functional food. So the FDA Thailand which allow only something like this that has the form of the native form, but not the one this is make it green and put it in the capsule.
Not
This not allowed, yes, for
really?
Cordyceps. So it's been it's, I mean, as the university, I mean, we have a responsibility to try this kind of problem because in fact, as you mentioned earlier, people get confused about Cordyceps, sinensis or sinensis and C. militaris, and even some people say that C. militaris is the fake Cordyceps,
Oh, really?
which is not true. Yes, because now scientific information released, and even in some point, it gives us more medicinal active ingredient than Cordyceps sinensis. Yeah.
Since it's being researched
Yeah.
in Thirat Hospital,
Yeah.
so the Thirat has used it for patients there. Has brought into use.
I will say that not yet, because to work with the herbal medicines and to go from in especially the one that has been traditional use, and this is not is Cordyceps militaris come to Thailand just only for about
5 to 10 years?
yes, 5 to 10 years about that. So for the hospital, at first what we do was that we will study on the safety and efficacy of this Cordyceps in the healthy people first, and then we will move to the clinical trial. And as I mentioned earlier, that this fungus is a very amazing fungus. By modify their food, it modify the active ingredient, and to do that, it led us to get the active ingredient that specify for each diseases. Yeah.
So any concerns or any challenges for this?
In fact, the concern for the industry or manufacturer is first about the how to say the safety. I mean, not safety in the term of the fungus itself, because it has been proved that it's safe for a long time, and it has been have the genomic sequences which is tell us that they have no human toxin at all in this fungus. Because you know that in some toxic mushroom or some fungi they will contain the toxin that can hurt people. But for the Cordyceps militaris, if you see on the television, there are several farms of this mushroom, and in fact, our country is a tropical country. It's really needs special care for the environment, because in the air, in fact, it has so many bacteria or fungus. So it's very important to control the factory itself, and the one that who going to produce this or make is the before serve to the market. The factory have to have the reach the standard of the herb or supplement foods. For example, GAP, GMP, or SACCP. Yeah, for that. And another concern is about the mutation of the fungus itself. So it recommends to have the advisor or some microbiologist who taking care of this fungus specifically to do
But
this.
since this is the doctor is saying that because it's something to be controlled. If it
Yeah.
is, if it is, let them go do whatever they say procedure they like to do it, they can do it for freely. Is there any control about this matter?
In fact, nowadays I would say that it's have not we say nothing to contact at the moment, but as the research institute researcher at Mahidol University together with the collaborate other university and the Thai FDA, we are going to dig deep in research, and then we are going to make the platform for the profile of Cordyceps militaris that is the common profile, but every entrepreneurs have to reach these all criteria, so it will be safe and confident for the consumer to buy and have it for support their health.
But when made in Thailand,
Yeah.
it's got to be the price will be much less than. It's not going to be gold.
In fact, it depends on the quality of the mushroom also. I would say that
Okay.
because it's not you look at the mushroom, it may see the same, but inside it's not the same.
Oh, really?
And why it have to be expensive? Because for some when we want to earn some more, for example, active ingredient that can be help you to lower your blood sugar, at the same time your blood pressure, and also the bad cholesterol. This
That
one,
is this is a qualification of it.
yes, in the term of active ingredient, we know that. But to get this all together is not easy. So that's why the price will be a little bit more expensive than the one that just used for nourish your health,
Nourishing your
something
health.
nourishing your health, yes, something like that.
Interesting. So, so your expectation of the use of the CM supplementary the food, or both in Thailand and other countries?
In fact, in the other country, it's already widely used. In fact,
Thai made?
not the
their
Thai
own,
made yet,
their
their own. But I've been to the Tech Innovation 2007 in Singapore. We earned a lot of attentions for the
really?
Singapore entrepreneurs that they would like to license our technologies, because what is reviewed that, and I mean, we are the first who has the vegan Cordyceps. What does it mean? The vegan Cordyceps is mean that you can sell to vegan country,
Yes.
you can sell to the Middle East country, and we have a lot of Muslim that can be eat this Cordyceps because it's
side,
halal, yeah. And it's very shine that we can bring our Thai nation Cordyceps to the world market. And the other interesting thing that the other advantage I would say that is that because we are the faculty of medicines, there are nowadays they still not much research in human. It's only one or two work has been done with the Korean scientists. But at the medical school, we have the physicians who has very keen on in the each disease. So we, as a scientist and immunologist, we just provide good quality of Cordyceps to them and let them study the effect. I mean, the efficacy of our Cordyceps in each disease. That's what I expect to do. It will be too good to be true to bring it
Good to be
within
true.
10 years or something like that. But for supplement food, it will be occur if it's in the short term. Yeah.
Short term. That's so. Any plan in the future?
Friends, plan for the future is that now we have more 4 patents in hand. That's for example, for in hand we have the recipe, the vegan formula again, but specific for allergy, especially for you has a problem with the running nose or nasal congestion or something like that. We have the recipe for this anti-allergic disease, and we are going to plan to licensing. Not this time, not the so exclusive, because we would like to drive the market of Cordyceps militaris. So we are going to plan to license first for Thai entrepreneurs, but several in several companies, not only just one. And we will consider to licensing for other country, especially in Singapore, because they are Chinese and they know well about Cordyceps, and it has been tested during the meeting, and they said that at that time, wow, it's very, very good taste. I never have this good vegan Cordyceps before.
Before we're going to wow there.
Yeah.
Now, let me clear a little bit. Okay, different CM
Yeah.
has a responsibility. I should say that responsibility or can treat differently.
Yeah.
Right, because I listened to you that one is for blood pressure.
Yeah. This is
and I wonder
it's depend on what we give
really?
their food.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the secret. I tell
That
you
is
the first
We
time.
know the secret
Yeah.
today.
It's depend on what we put for them.
Okay.
So, for example,
So what we put is something that to be killed for that.
yeah, exactly, and even something not related directly for that, but as scientists and it's for us it's very challenging that we just put the thing. Of course, everything that put in there can be eaten.
Can be eaten,
Yeah,
yes.
can be eaten. And then when we at the very beginning, the idea is come from the fact that in Chinese medicine book, it's written down something like the 10 diseases that can be killed by
Right.
taking Cordyceps. As a scientist, I said, whoa, I don't believe that.
Oh, okay.
Because wow, but it's universal.
Universal.
Yeah, but since we grow it on our own, so we can make it as more as we want, and then we can use it to test and characterize the active ingredients as a peptide, fatty acids, or even some component that we induce is to occur for the first time with this kind of Cordyceps by adding just this thing.
Very interesting and
Yeah,
really. And,
that's why I tell that is we can play with them.
You can play
Yeah.
with it. Oh, you like such a having such a joyful feeling with it. But to us, it's something is impossible to touch on. But you can grow and you can. We give all the hopes to you. Now, what we have here. So this is the one that trusted one. I mean,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
rely
We
on.
said that.
People can rely on this.
Yeah.
This what do you call trademark, right?
Yeah.
Or Tiger Cordyceps things.
Yeah.
So very interesting. What is availability? People can buy now to use it.
In fact, this company, the Mutant Biotech company, they will launch this product at the end of this year.
Oh, good.
Yeah, in fact, they can launch earlier, but we would like to be sure and to be confirm the premium qualities, and we would like people to have the long-term supply, because it's not just like you buy it 100 bucks today and not enough. Yeah, so and the other thing, that's why Mahidol University decide to give license to this company, because the managing director of this company, he's the one who care about the environment, and he not like when the people get dig in the mountain to get this kind of fungus, and that's why he the first Thai who earned the Asian biodiversity hero.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're so proud to transfer technology and to work with this company. They invest the money to control their quality and to the price is familiar with Thai people also. I would say that.
Let's try it.
Yes, why
What's it
not?
gonna be like? So you have to be all when you eat drink with it should be heated.
Yeah, it's
In
better
warm,
taste
getting
and
warm.
warm.
Okay.
Yeah, this okay. So the
Yeah,
color
yeah,
is the
really gold.
natural color. Do you see that? And it's
And how much is the quantity? how much one can drink?
In
It's like
fact,
tea
for
that
us,
people can
it's
drink?
the one sakti of the, for example,
Yes.
I would say that for nourishing your body, you can have this some kind of
Four times a day?
4 times a day with a big glass, big cup, like the coffee cup.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 times a day.
Well,
And how you feel it?
there's nothing.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not.
it's like plain water.
Yeah, something
Yeah?
like that. And it's if you wet a little bit, you will feel
There's
that
no smell also. There's no smell.
it's our signature.
It
Yes,
shouldn't
it's
be
not-
smelly.
It should not be smelled because otherwise it's very strong smell. The mushroom smell
They
very
won't
very
like it.
strong. Yeah.
So this is called.
And if you wet a little bit, you will have some sweet, not strong, but a
You
little
get a
bit.
glimpse of the
Because
sweetness
it has the polysaccharide inside it.
inside that.
Yes, it has a polysaccharide and it also have vitamin. It's one small cup of Cordyceps tea. It contains several vitamin, mineral. For example, you have auxiliary of vitamin B. You have the vitamin D, which is normally you have to go to expose to the sun, right? And then you have the
get the
vitamin D.
vitamin,
But in this one, we modify them to have the vitamin D. And
interesting.
also, yeah, in this one, it also
I
have
have
a very strong anti-aging
That's what I'm asking
in
for
this
another cup.
one. Yeah.
All right. So,
So and we
very good. Very
You can
really, you get the glimpse
enjoy-
after finishing. Yeah.
Yeah,
You get the
yeah.
glimpse of the little bit sweetest.
yeah, exactly.
In that. So well, let us wish you all the
Well,
best and thank
all
you
the
very
best.
much. And
Cheers.
well, cheers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Lovely, really. Well, Dr. Pattamawan Chimma, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you so
here,
much.
and you have brought something great for us all. And I wish you all the best for the future to come.
Thank you so much for having me today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dad. Have a great day, and thanks for watching Thailand today. And we hope to see you again. Swadika.